And if you're just joining us, we are talking to candidates for the office of mayor. They'll be elected in the primary, which is on September 8th. And we're not talking about issues this first time around. We're talking generic issues. We're acting as if we are going to hire this person, which we are, citizens, you'll be hiring them, to be the chief executive officer of this company or the city of Tulsa. So that's the approach we're making on this. And I have Nathaniel Booth here with us. Nathaniel, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
A little bit about your background?
Sure. Well, I've grown up in Tulsa my entire life. I went to school here, I've worked here, and I'm just glad to be on this journey to help my community and do what's best in the debate and do what's best for the city of Tulsa.
Why did you decide to run for this office?
Well, John, I've been interested in politics since my freshman year in high school. Ever since I've learned more about the federal deficit, that's what kind of kicked it off for me. But then I noticed a lot of things that were being done right here in town that I thought that with the right leadership we could change and make Tulsa a better place.
Okay. If you were writing a job description for this office, what are some of the points? What would you be writing about?
Well, I think we need someone with integrity, someone who's willing to listen to everyone in Tulsa, from North Tulsa to South Tulsa. I think that's a very important point for any mayor's position, any elected office's position. We need someone who's willing to work with all 9 of the city council members and do what's best for the city overall, not for any special interest group.
Well, those would be skills, probably, what you just talked about. My next question is, what skills do you think are most important to be the mayor? Did you mention that already, or do you want to address that? Skills?
The skills?
Yeah.
The most important skill for mayor is the ability to work with people. And listening is what I think is most important for the mayor to do, considering the mayor's position is to represent everyone within the city.
To complement your management strengths and weaknesses, what skills or talent would you be looking for in those people you will appoint to positions?
Well, most importantly, integrity. People that work with the people day by day, not just people from an elite group, but people who also have experience in the area they specialize in, and a knowledge and an education.
Can you give us an example from your work background that would demonstrate to us your skills as they would apply to the office of mayor? Say a management example or maybe a project that you oversaw.
Sure. Well, I am 18 and I'm not going to have the same amount of experience all the other candidates have. But what I have shown in the past couple of years, I served as president of my high school, and I made the best decisions for the school that I knew how to, working with homecoming, prom, and things like that. And I've always tried to work with people the best I knew how to.
What do you see ahead for the city of Tulsa, say in the next 5 years? What plans do you have for our future?
Well, I want to focus on developing the economy in the first place. That's my first goal for this position. I think that we can start making decisions right now that'll make Tulsa a growing and thriving city comparative to other cities within the United States, which is one of the reasons why I'm running primarily. Because I believe Tulsa has a great potential to grow. We have some of the best resources and the best people I've met in the United States.
So then what would be the most immediate challenge of the mayor's job that need to be addressed in your first 3 months of office?
In the first 3 months, considering the budget shortfall, the most important thing, I believe, is going line by line through the city budget with the Public Works Department, the Police Department, the Fire Department, and the other agencies that the city is required to compensate for through tax dollars, and make sure that our most important ones are paid for. My second goal would be to work on growing the economy so we don't have to be so stringent with it, and grow our tax base and grow our potential to do things.
All right. What do you consider to be Tulsa's most important assets?
Public safety and infrastructure.
I'm talking about assets now. All right.
Oh, you mean resources?
Yeah.
Well, we have one of the best housing markets and some of the cheapest energy prices because of our natural resources and the oil industry and things of that nature.
Our successes of the city in the past 4 years, are there any successes that we've had?
Well, the BOK Center is seen by a lot of people to be a success. I think with Vision 2025, we had good intentions, but I think we need better oversight and more competition within the contracting to use better materials and have better oversight on the projects that are being done.
Imagine yourself flying off to some city in America, and there's a CEO sitting there, and he's the head of a company, and he's thinking about moving his company to Tulsa. He has 600 jobs, which would be significant. What would you say to that executive as the reasons he should move his company to Tulsa?
Well, depending on what kind of company it is, that's also important for why they'd want to move here. But a few basic things is we have a vision to improve the quality of life right now. It's a great opportunity for Tulsa to grow, I believe, during this recession. And I believe we have a lot of opportunity to grow right now with the people that we have, the universities that we have, especially for employing qualified people. We have great students graduating from great private universities that we have right here in town.
You think it makes a difference whether a mayor is a Democrat or Republican when it comes to handling matters of the city?
On some issues, no. On issues of funding, I believe that the Republicans are more for the free markets. A lot of them were for not so much for the BOK Center for those types of things and only focusing on the essential things of government. But I just talked to Mayor Hammonds of this in Muskogee. He doesn't think so. I believe that partisan elections are very important to help make informed decisions on the right platform for the city.
You think Mayor Kathy Taylor has been good for our city? Has she been an effective leader?
Well, I admire a lot of what she's done. She didn't take a paycheck. She's not running for re-election. And I've talked to her a few times. She seems like a nice lady. There are a couple policies and better oversights that I think that could have been better. And I think that we do need to take a new direction other than working on big projects right now. I think we need to take a look at the fundamentals of the city and work on those right now.
Fundamentals would have been what?
Specifically, making sure our infrastructure is taken care of, which she worked a little bit on, but I think we need to have a heavier focus on that. Public safety and economic development.
All right. Well, thank you, Nathaniel, for coming here and helping us get to know you better. Mm-hmm. Good luck. We'll tell everybody to get out and vote in the primary, which is September 8th. Thanks for coming in.
I appreciate it.
And we'll be back with our next candidate. We'll get to know that person here in just a moment.